ago, when I was rather hard up, I wanted to buy myself a new pair of trousers. But being rather hard up, I was quite unable to buy myself a new pair until some very kind friend whispered into my ear hole that if I looked sharp about it, I could get myself quite a nice second-hand pair from the sales department of the London Passenger Transport Board Lost Property. Well, before I accepted this kind offer, I got involved in a great deal of fastidious struggling with my inner soul, because I wasn't very, very keen to assume the trousers which some lunatic had taken off on a train going eastbound. However, after a great deal of moral contortion, I steeled myself to the alien crutch and made my way. Towards the London Passenger Transport Board Lost Property Sales Department in Portman Square, where I found, to my surprise and pleasure, instead of a tumbled heap of lunatics' trousers, I found a very neat heap of brand new, bright blue corduroy trousers. There were 400 of them. How can anyone lose 400 pairs of trousers on a train? I mean, it's hard enough to lose a brown paper bag full of old orange peel when you really want to. And anyway, 400 men wearing no trousers would attract some sort of attention. No, it's clearly part of a complex economic scheme on the part of the London Passenger Transport Board. A complex economic scheme along Galbraithian lines, presumably. So over now to the Economics Planning Division of the London Passenger Transport Board Ops Room.
All right, then. Operation Cerulean Trouser. Now, we're going to issue each one of you men with a brand new, bright blue pair of corduroy trousers. Your job will be to disperse to all parts of London, to empty railway carriages, and to divest yourselves of these garments. Once the trousers have left your body, your job ends there, and I mean that. All right, now. Are there any questions? Good. Chins up and trousers down.
And they dispersed to places far out on the reaches of the Central Line, places with unlikely names of Chipping Ongar, places presumably out on the Essex marshes, totally uninhabited except for a few rather rangy marsh birds. And there, in the empty railway carriages, they let themselves into the compartments. And then before they commit their final act of detrouserment, the final existential moment, as it were, they do those little personal things which people sometimes do when they think they're alone in railway carriages. Things like smelling their own armpits. It's all part of the human condition, I suppose. But anyway, it's quite possible they didn't even take their trousers off in the compartments, but made their way along the narrow corridor towards the lavatory at the end. That wonderful little room where there's that marvellous unpunctuated motto over the lavatory saying, "Gentlemen, lift the seat." What exactly does this mean? Is it a sociological description, a definition of a gentleman, which I can either take or leave? Or perhaps it's a loyal toast. But anyway, willy-nilly, they stripped stark naked, and then nude, entirely nude, that is, except for cellular underwear, for man is born free, but everywhere is in cellular underwear. They make their way back to headquarters through the chilly nocturnal streets of sleeping Whitechapel, fleet white figures in the night. While in upstairs rooms, mothers quiet their restless children. Turn your face to the wall, my darling, while the gentleman trots by.